Welcome to episode 524 of AI Brief.
Hello, everyone. So glad you are joining us.
Today, we are doing a deep dive into some truly wild developments. We are talking about a startup that will clean your entire apartment for absolutely free, as long as you let them record it.
Wow.
And we are also looking at a newly unstealthed group of ex-DeepMind researchers. They are building an AI that does not just answer questions, but actually decides which scientific problems are worth solving in the first place.
The theme today is so clear. The AI industry is aggressively expanding its data hunt, moving out of the digital realm and directly into the physical homes you live in and the high-level scientific laboratories you work in.
So let's start with that free apartment cleaning, because this honestly feels like a dystopian sci-fi movie.
It really does.
There is this German startup called MicroAGI, and they just launched an app called Shift in New York City. They are offering a completely free, roughly 2-hour apartment cleaning service.
Okay, but what is the catch?
The catch is that the vetted cleaner wears this head-mounted camera. The co-founder, Burkan Kilik, actually calls it a magic hat.
A magic hat?
I know, it is wild. They film the entire job from a point of view perspective. You know the old saying, if the product is free, you are the product. Well, here, your physical chores are the product.
Which is incredibly valuable data.
Oh, absolutely. Shift is already paying people globally, like $20 an hour just to film everyday chores. They paid out over $5 million in the first quarter alone.
Wait, $5 million just for filming chores?
Just for that. The New York City launch drew thousands and thousands of bookings almost instantly, and they are rolling this out to London, Munich, and Zurich next.
The context for why this is happening is fascinating. This footage is highly valuable to robot makers who are training physical AI.
Because robots struggle with messy rooms.
Absolutely they do. It connects directly to how DoorDash paid couriers to capture task data. Humans are simultaneously the customer getting a free service, and the workforce training the robots to eventually automate that exact job.
It is a totally wild dynamic for the people involved. But, while AI is learning how to navigate a messy living room, it is also learning high-level science. Which brings us to Inherent Labs.
That is a massive leap from scrubbing floors.
For sure. Inherent Labs is a London startup that just came out of stealth mode with $50 million. And the team is a powerhouse of alumni from ex-DeepMind, Rika AI, and Microsoft.
Really heavy hitters.
People like Tantum Collins, Edward Hughes, Louis Kirsch, and Kaloyan Alexiev.
And they are building this thing called the Faraday platform. The whole idea is that instead of an AI just answering prompts, it acts as a peer to scientists.
So it works alongside them.
It does. It helps identify higher value scientific questions. They're deeply focused on this concept of recursive self-improvement across the whole research organization.
Which means it keeps getting smarter on its own.
Basically. And they're developing what they call AI taste in science. So it learns the intuition for which experiments will actually lead to breakthroughs rather than just crunching numbers.
That could completely change how global research operates. Well, speaking of massive industry shifts, it is time to look at the rest of the AI landscape today. I will let you take the lead on this one.
Sounds good. Let's start with the corporate and infrastructure moves, because they are just massive. Microsoft is reportedly merging GitHub, Copilot, Chat, Cowork, and Autopilot into one unified super app.
Oh, wow. Total ecosystem lock-in.
For sure. But the physical infrastructure side is even bigger. SoftBank has committed an astonishing $87 billion to build France's largest AI data center.
$87 billion just for one data center.
Just for one. The cooling and power requirements for these models are pushing costs into the stratosphere.
That is an unbelievable amount of money.
It really is. And looking at hardware and robotics, Nvidia just unveiled the RTX Spark Superchip. It brings 1 petaflop of AI performance and all-day battery life to Windows laptops.
Wait, 1 petaflop in a laptop you can carry in your backpack?
I know, it is incredible. Meanwhile, Sam Altman posted that OpenAI is actively hiring for its robotics division. He is envisioning a future where everyone has a personal robot.
With the Shift app gathering the chore data and OpenAI building the robot, it all connects.
It all converges. We're also seeing this in health, bio, and economics. OpenAI launched Roslyn Biodefense for U.S. government pandemic preparedness.
Oh, so specialized models for outbreak response.
For sure. Microsoft also rolled out Copilot Health, which pulls wearable data and medical records into one space. They're working alongside over 50,000 providers and partnering with Harvard Health.
That is going to be a game changer for personalized medicine.
And if you are worried about what all this means for jobs, Torsten Slake, the chief economist at Apollo, notes there is zero evidence of AI job losses yet.
Really? Zero evidence.
None. He points out that the massive data center buildouts and AI hiring are actually creating jobs right now. We are still in the building phase.
Well, someone has to pour the concrete for that $87 billion facility.
Exactly. For sure they do. And finally, in software, OpenAI activated full computer use for Codex on Windows. So it can open apps and move files around, all controllable via the ChatGPT mobile app.
Being able to move your computer's files while you are just walking around on your phone is going to change how everyone works. So let's pivot from the massive corporate news to the specific trending tools that you can actually use right now.
Always the fun part.
Let's start with that Codex update. The core practical use case here is using this for agentic coding directly on your PC. It essentially takes over your mouse and keyboard to run tasks.
It is literally like having a ghost in your machine.
It is wild. Next is Claude Opus 4.8. This is Anthropic's newly updated top-tier model.
What is the best way to use that one?
You want to utilize this for heavy-duty analysis. If you have massive data sets or incredibly dense legal documents, this is the heavy machinery.
I see.
Then there is Koji by Brilliant. This acts as an on-demand AI tutor. The practical use case is mastering complex math and coding concepts because it forces you to do interactive, step-by-step problem solving.
So it does not just give you the answer.
Absolutely. It acts like a real teacher.
Yeah.
For developers, there is a tool called Dynamic Workflows. You use this to deploy specific sub-agents within Claude Code.
Oh, to handle multi-step development tasks.
Yes, you can delegate the front end to one agent and the back end to another.
That is like spinning up a virtual software team.
For sure. Moving to content creation, we have Slideshot. You can have this AI agent automatically record and narrate professional product demo videos.
That saves so many hours of manual video editing.
I mean, video editing is the worst. Another great one for marketing is Brew. You use it to generate beautiful on-brand marketing, email campaigns, and automations.
Oh, nice.
But the one that I think everyone needs is Filently. It eliminates manual data entry by having AI identify, rename, and file every single messy document on your drive.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Everyone has that one chaotic downloads folder.
It is a total disaster zone. And finally, ImgPilot. You use this for generating text-to-image concepts, but you can upload a reference photo and do highly targeted AI edits.
You know, the practical angle with all these is how you chain them together. Like, you could use Filently to completely organize your messy drive and then use Codex to execute tasks on those freshly sorted files. It could effectively automate the most tedious parts of your Friday afternoon workflow.
I mean, you are just delegating the entire administrative cleanup process to the AI. The sheer velocity of the news we covered today is just remarkable. We went from microscopic shifts in how a desktop file is named all the way up to an $87 billion data center.
It is moving incredibly fast.
But I want to leave you with a final thought based on that Shift app we talked about at the start.
The free apartment cleaning.
Yes. If the physical data of our daily home lives is the new gold rush for AI companies, how long until we stop paying for physical services altogether? Are we going to reach a point where we routinely trade our privacy and our most intimate physical data just for ultimate convenience?
That is a very provocative question. Thank you all for joining us on this deep dive to explore it.
Be sure to follow and share the podcast. See you in the next episode.